This wire wrapping technique is called a bead wrap, and it's great for introducing beads and gemstones into your wire wrapped work. The tools that we're going to use to create our wire wrapped bead are a pair of snips, a pair of round nose pliers, and a pair of flat nose pliers. To start out, I'm going to use some 22 gauge wire. And I also have a 5mm gold-filled bead. To start, I'm going to use my snips with the flat side against the end of my wire to create a nice flat end on my wire. I'm now going to pinch that end of the wire as close as I can to the end in my round nose pliers. And I'm going to wrap all the way around and create a loop. Right now, it's going to look like the letter B or letter D. Using my round nose pliers or my flat pliers, I'm just going to add a little kink in that wire so that my loop is coming out straight from my wire, right in the middle. I can now use my flat nose pliers and just pinch and tighten up that loop to make sure that I don't have any gaps. The next step is to slide your bead onto the wire. I'm now going to use my flat nose pliers to create a slight bend right above my bead in that wire. I'm using the very tip of my pliers. I'm now going to grab that upper wire in my round nose pliers, and I'm going to try and create a loop that's the same size as the one I did on the other side. I'm going to pinch that wire in my pliers and wrap it around as far as I can, and then I will switch the grip on my pliers to allow me to continue wrapping that wire all the way around. I'm going to wrap this wire once around the base of the wire that's sticking out, and it will butt right up against my bead. And now, continuing to hold the loop in my flat nose pliers, I'm going to wrap that wire around my bead and we'll wrap it around the base of the loop on the other side. You can switch your pliers to holding the other loop and continue wrapping that wire around. You're now going to take the flat side of your snips and snip that wire as close as you can, and use your flat nose pliers to pinch that end in so it's not sticking out and sharp. Once you've tucked that end in nice and neat, you'll want to make sure that your loops are on the same plane. You'll grab each loop in a pair of flat nose pliers and give a gentle twist until they're parallel. And now you have a wire wrapped bead. You can connect these as links, or you can wrap multiple beads as well on one piece.